morning. Meeting starting soon.
Iman said 9. Still got 10 minutes.
I was here until 11 last night, finishing the event post report. Nobody even asked for it yet.
I handled the entire vendor settlement after the event. 3 hours of calls just to close everything alone.
I didn't know it went that late for both of you.
Nobody ever does. That's the problem.
What do you mean?
The work gets done quietly. The event looks smooth. The client is happy, and then management says the job team very general, like nobody actually did anything specific.
And then you see someone else getting praised for less, and you start to wonder why you even bother.
Good morning, everyone. Did you guys know that I already prepared some early ideas for the festival vendor side, and I'm really happy to share before we start the meeting. Oh.
Sure.
I also put together a short summary of what went well and what didn't in our past event. Thought it might be useful for the debrief.
Tuman in already acting like the true leader.
Remind me of someone else who joined eager like that, didn't last.
You are judging him before he even done anything here.
I'm very realistic.
You're being unfair. That's different. Let's get started.
But before we move to the festival planning, I want to talk about how the last project actually felt to work on. Not the result, but the process. Anyone want to start?
I will start. I don't feel the effort was recognized fairly.
Say more.
I coordinated all the vendors from day one. I handled the site wardrobe twice because the first one had issues. On event day when the sound setup failed, I fixed it while everyone else was with the client. In the end, management praised the team, very general. Meanwhile, I heard IRFAN got a personal mention in the client email for his brief.
But Iman mentioned my brief because the client specifically asked about it.
I'm not blaming you. I'm saying the recognition was not equal. And when that happened, stop feeling worth it to go the next event.
I felt it too. Extra hour, detailed report, and in the end, nothing changed. Same treatment regardless how much you give.
FAKHRUL, does that affect how you are going into the next project?
Honestly, yes. Last time, I gave everything and saw no difference. So this time, I'm asking myself, why push beyond what required? What does it actually lead to?
I get that. If the effort doesn't connect to anything real, it doesn't make sense to keep putting it in.
Both of you are raising something important. NASRUL, the imbalance that you are feeling, putting in more than the others but receiving the same recognition. That's a real problem. And FAKHRUL, not being able to see the clear connection between effort and rewards makes it very hard to stay fully committed. I should have addressed both of these earlier. I didn't, and that's on me.
I agree you saying that.
But I also want to address something else. NASRUL, I noticed something this morning before the meeting.
What?
Someone told me when IRFAN walked in and shared what he prepared, your reaction wasn't just frustration, that it felt personal, that you were bothered that he can be prepared at all.
I just think it wish my for someone so new.
Or is it that you recognized or is it that he got recognized but you didn't? And now anything he does feel like a threat?
That's hard to hear, but I think I felt that too, a little.
It's easy to resent someone when you feel overlooked, but that's not really Irfan's fault.
But I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I just want to contribute.
And that jealousy, if we let it shape how we treat each other, it becomes a serious ethical problem. It affects teamwork, it affects fairness, and it affects the whole culture of this team.
You are right. I know you are right.
So let's take a break.
Irfan, honestly, how are you already this ready to take on more when you have only been here 2 months?
I just don't want to wait until I feel completely ready. I'd rather try something difficult and learn from it.
Even if you make mistake in front of everyone.
Yes, especially then, real feedback from real mistake is how I grow. I asked Iman if I could lead the vendor side for the festival specifically because it scared me a little.
I used to think exactly like that. Early on, I always push for more.
Then, what changed?
Putting in the effort and watching it go nowhere, after enough time of that, you start pulling back. Not because you have given up, but just to protect yourself.
Nobody ever says that out loud, but it is true.
I think what Iman said in there matters then. If effort is clearly connected to something real, people stay committed.
I owe you an apology. What I said earlier about you and how it's been treating since you joined, I was not fair. I was frustrated about something else and you got the worst of it.
I appreciate that, genuinely.
I think let jealousy get to me. That's not who I want to be.
At least you are saying it now.
Better now than letting it get worse.
Ready to continue?
Right.
Okay, so now we are back. I will talk about how I've been leading this team. And I'll be honest, I'm not doing it well enough.
What do you mean?
A good leader does not just assign tasks and wait for results. A good leader removes obstacles, gives clear directions, and makes sure every person on this team knows what they are doing and what they are working towards.
Did I say something about that?
Please.
Last project, you told me to handle marketing and to do my best. That's it. I didn't know what my best looked like specifically, so I guess I reacted to whatever came up each day. At the end, I genuinely didn't know if I had done well or just gotten lucky.
I noticed that too. There were moments where it was not clear what Amir was actually responsible for.
And it was not because I was not trying. I just had nothing specific to aim for.
That's entirely on me. Starting this project, everyone gets specific weekly targets with clear deadlines. Not do your best, but something concrete like confirm 5 vendor contracts by Friday. Is this measurable, specific, achievable but challenging?
It will make a real difference.
Now, I also want to address something about how this team is structured. Not everyone here gets the same level of involvement from me, and I think some of you have felt that.
What do you mean?
IRFAN gets pulled into this strategy discussion, gets mentioned in client emails, but NASRUL and FAKHRUL handles the difficult ground level work but don't get the same visibility. That creates an in-group and an out-group, and it is something I created without realizing it.
I did not have the word for it before, but yes, that's exactly how it felt.
Like some people had a closer relationship with leadership and got better treatment because of it.
And that's not fair leadership. A good leader builds trust with everyone on this team, not just the one who are most valuable.
I didn't realize that I am the one who get the benefit from that gap. I'm sorry to both of you.
It's not your fault. I was never your fault.
And going forward, I'm going to lead differently. Not just give orders and rewards and compliance. I want to actually inspire this team, develop each of you individually, and make sure every person here feels seen, not just the one producing the most visible outputs.
That honestly sounds like a very different team from we have had.
It will be if we all commit to it. So let's close this with clear commitments. Everyone will leave here knowing what changes. NASRUL, individual contributions will be recognized specifically from this project onwards. The behind the scenes work will not disappear into general team praises again.
That's all I need to hear. Thank you.
FAKHRUL, reward terms will be confirmed in writing with management before a single task begins. You will know exactly what your effort is before you commit to it.
If that is in place, I am fully in.
Amir, specifically weekly targets, starting Monday, clearly deliverables, clear deadlines, and no more guessing.
That's exactly what I needed.
So for IRFAN, vendor lead is yours. Judge entirely based on what you actually deliver.
Thanks, boss. I won't let this team down.
I want to say something before we close. I did not behave well in the week leading up to this. I let my frustration turn into jealousy, and I took that out on IRFAN in ways that were not fair or professional.
Thank you. I really appreciate that you saying this. Seriously, NASRUL.
It's not the kind of person I want to be, and it's not the kind of team I want to be part of.
I think we all had moments of that. Quite resentment, unfair assumption, not speaking out when we should have.
At least we are talking about it now instead of letting it sit.
So that's the only way things can actually change. Different people on this team need different things. NASRUL needed fairness in recognition. FAKHRUL needs to know the effort that leads somewhere real, and Amir needs a clear goal to work forward, and IRFAN needs a challenge worth chasing. And as a leader myself, my job is not to treat everyone the same way. It is to understand what each person needs, and also be transparent about what this team stands for, and make sure the way we treat each other reflects that, especially when things get difficult.
This is the first time I have left a meeting actually feeling better that when I went in.
Same. Let's make sure it's not the last.
Festival going to be different this time.
I know it will be.
Alright, let's get to work.
Let's go!